Basically, the vandalism in graffiti has been accelerating at an alarming rate.
Street artist means pretty much anything you could possibly imagine, you know? If you're the type of person that stays up all night and draws a bunch of stickers on like postal labels, and you go out the next day and you slap them on everything, now all of a sudden you're a street artist. What's up, I write Cale from Kill to Succeed crew, Los Angeles, K2S. It's funny you say that, because when I see someone wearing a day shirt or something like that, I tend to steer clear of them. If you, if you watch like Exit through the gift shop or something, and then you feel like you want to cut a stencil one day, you're a street artist, you're not a graffiti artist. I've never seen you up, outside of your little pieces that you post on the internet, Even if you're younger, even if you missed the whole era of buses, you still didn't hit downtown, you didn't hit the freeways, you didn't paint trains. Like, we don't know you from anything. You're not from a crew that's recognizable. No one can, corroborate your story. So you're a street artist, go pay some stickers somewhere, and have fun doing that, but leave graffiti to the people who actually, we spend our entire life trying to, keep up the reputation of Los Angeles graffiti from what the cats before us did, I bought a copy of the spray can art book probably like in, like in '87, I think. And it just, it blew me away, man, because, these guys were doing big productions with characters and backgrounds and stuff. So I just knew that's what I wanted to do. I didn't really have any skills, dude, so it was more of vandalizing at the time. But there were areas like the Jefferson Yard. I used to ditch school and go to the Jefferson Yard and go look at the pieces. I know the guys from LTS were painting down there. So I was just pretty much grabbing influence from several places, Motor Yard and just the little bits of magazines that were available at the time. I think my first piece I did in 1987, New Year's Eve. We went on the freeway right there on Western and the 10. And we just snuck in there, man, and we did these horrible pieces, and I remember what they looked like. It was just really bad. I'm glad I don't have a picture of it. Yeah, but it was one of those things, man. It was like, I finally went out and did a piece on a wall.
So many risks that we have to go through just to hit a bus, and it gets cleaned anyways.
We don't care as long as it, travels and somebody sees it, that's fame.
Back in those times, dude, if you saw 10 kids hanging out at a corner, they were riders. Because they were waiting for buses, they were just hitting buses, So it got so bad that the cops would watch you from like different places, man. Like if you were posted by a school, they'd go inside the school and look out the windows and watch you,
Looks like they were gonna hit that bus that just went southbound.
Are they on Pacific right now?
Negative.
So one time I just caught this little tag, dude, and they swooped up and we all got rolled up. They took me to a police station. And then they called my parents, dude. My mom and my sister showed up. And then the cop was like, "Hey, get up, your mom's here." And I was like, "Could you please take the cuffs off? Please take them off. I don't want my mom to see me in handcuffs, So he was like, "Yeah, all right, here, get up, turn around." So he squeezed them tighter, man. And he walked me out in front of, and I was just so embarrassed, dude. And I knew I was in trouble. But, oh yeah, I got it that day. I got in K2S in, I think it was early, it was 2004. I was painting Belmont pretty much every weekend because they were gonna close it down, and And it was one of those things, you know, I always had respect for the crew. I had a lot of love for the, you know, for just what they stood for and everything that they did, you know, and for just the stuff that I knew about them. But as I got to hang out with them more and I got to meet Prime and all those guys, you know, it was just an honor being around them. And you know, so Rick and I got to talking, and you know, he put me in the crew, and that's that, man. It was pretty awesome.
Trying to test this rhyme strategist. That ain't a battle, that's me teaching what subtraction is. The man's amazing, his expertise is placing complex content.
I think a king is someone who, you know, has done something that not too many people have done. You know, someone who innovates styles. Someone who can rock a style that people will just start copying, you know? I see sometimes like cats walking around calling themselves kings, and I'm like, man, dude, seriously? First of all, I didn't see you killing buses, and you weren't the most up dude on the buses, man. Like Devo from KCC, that dude was up. You know, like, you know, there was these like Rear from NTS, dude, like some cats from MBT, they were just so freaking, they were up, man, you know, and those dudes were king of the buses, you know, because what else could you call them? You know, they were up on every single bus. LA is a big, big city. It's hard to go all city, but it's even more difficult to go all city for years, you know, where you run out of spots to hit in downtown, so you venture out to other cities. You go to the east side, go to the valley, you go down South Bay and South Central, and then you start hitting trains, you start hitting all. There's dudes that have done that, you know, like GK. Look at Key, Angst, and Tempt. You know, Atlas has done stuff like that. Chaka, you know, of course. Those dudes, you know, are people that you would consider like, man, you guys are kings, dude. You guys are kings of the freeway. I think there's a difference between being a king and just having been around for a long time, you know? It's like, you know, if you've been painting for 30 years, like, hey, props, bro, you know, props, but I mean, you just paint better now. You got better paint, you got better can control. This is just an opinion, but it is very, very important to me and very personal, and I'm sure a lot of people don't like it. But, you know, whatever with that, you know.
Really, realistically, the
I think a real king will never call himself a king.
That's what I was gonna ask.